Some people feel like I'm supernatural, or I have it all, or I'm doing a lot of things. I ask for the craziest things. Like, as long as I can think about them, Allah can do it for me. If it's BMW, tell Allah BMW 5 Series 2025. Tell him. Don't come and say, Ya Allah, I want a car. Which car? What if Allah gives you keke? Every day when I pray, the first thing I ask of Allah is Assalamu alaikum. My name is Aisha Tofa, and I'm from Kano. I am a social impact and development specialist, and I've been in the tech ecosystem for 10 years now. I wanted to do something for myself and for young people and women especially. You know, when you're in a community, there are quite gaps there, and then you're seeing a lot of things happening around the world. And then you graduated from the university, ba aiki, and stuff like that. And then you're seeing other people and, doing great things. So that was the curiosity for me, because I feel there's always a lot of things, to explore and experience. So that is how it started. That is how I got in. I actually got in by myself, because at that time it was a very quiet place. Nothing like someone to mentor you or tell you what to do and stuff like that. We became a very strong channel, or like a pipeline, I would say, especially in northern Nigeria, where a lot of people, have passed through and have built amazing things. So first of all, like you said, people are looking up to me. Some people feel like I'm supernatural, or I have it all, or I'm doing a lot of things. Well, all I can say is Alhamdulillah. But I'm going to be very honest with you. My trust in Allah is very deep. I have a very special kind of relationship with Allah. So I might not be the first person to take my hijab and pray when they call prayers in the midst of people. I might not be that person. I might not be that person that when when people are arguing about religion, I would beat my chest to say, oh, this is no, I don't even like engaging in stuff like that. One thing that I treasure always, and I'm always building, is my personal relationship with Allah. I came to realize that before I did not know that. I used to hear people say, I have read it in so many books in the Quran, Allah is limitless, Allah is everything, right? But then it's different from experiencing that. It's just like sometimes we read some ayahs when we're praying and some surahs, but we do not know the meaning of them, right? It happens all the time. But then it hits different when you experience something. So that is the kind of relationship that I've been building with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every day when I pray, the first thing I ask of Allah is, Ya Allah, give me the strength and the mind to trust you completely on everything. I don't want to make any decision for myself. I want your decision. Because sometimes I might want something and then it is bad for me and I do not know that. So I want your decision. Ya Allah, give me a sign to show me in my dreams. No matter how, let me just, even if it's a feeling. You understand? So these are the kind of prayers that I do when it comes to building that relationship. And when it comes to asking for my needs, I ask for my needs like I am asking someone that is basically in front of me. I tell Allah about my days. When I come back in the evening, I finish praying and I'm, begging. I'll tell him everything that happened. And I like a proper conversation. And no matter how big a dream is or an idea is, I'll tell Allah and I'll tell him that I know this is the fact that I even think about it, it means you want me to have it. So yeah, Allah, what's the plan? What are we going to do now? How can I meet people that would help me achieve this? How can I do this? How can I do that? So it's a very, very personal and deep. And I realized that a lot of young people that I've been talking to when it comes to relationship with God or prayers, people feel like there's a limit to what they can ask God. How would you go and be asking God, Ya Allah, kaman dubu ɗari biyar in sai camera ko, Are you okay? I ask for the craziest things. Like as long as I can think about them, Allah can do it for me. So it has to be you have to be very vulnerable when it comes to you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because there's nobody, not your connection, not your knowledge, nothing can do it for you if not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If it's BMW, tell Allah BMW 5 Series 2025, tell him. Don't come and say, Ya Allah, I want a car. Which car? What if Allah gives you keke? It's not a car. So I think we're limiting ourselves. And then that limitation comes from the fact that we do not read enough to understand who Allah is. We say we're Muslims, we read the Quran, sometimes we don't know the meaning. We read the Hadith, we listen to this, then we listen to that. But then, how are we maximizing that we are Muslims? The benefits that we have as Muslims is endless. So this is something that everybody should reflect on. Personal relationship with Allah. It should be more than that relationship with that your best friend that you tell every of your secrets. It should be deeper than the one with your mom, that you feel she's the one that loves you more than everybody. Allah loves you more than your mom. And Allah loves that about us when we try to build that kind of relationship. Yeah, that's a very deep question. And I feel today most of us, our lives revolve around technology, 360. We can't go some minutes, before it was hours, but now we can't go minutes without our phones or our gadgets. If we're with our phones, we're always scrolling, consuming a lot of things. How deep is your iman? How far do you want to go to make sure that you do the things that Allah wants you to do and refrain from the things that... Well, this is a distracting world, to be honest. We live in a very distracting world where a lot of things are happening every day. Things are getting evolved, good and bad, and stuff like that. We really need to filter the things that we consume. That power of filtering, because it's, like I said, it's very tempting. It can come in any form, and many forms. It comes in many forms. So, and then also build a habit of that consumption again. Tell yourself that I'm going to stay away from this particular platform or app or, whatever, especially when you know that it's your weakness. So, because it's just like TikTok. I have an account on TikTok, but I don't even go on TikTok to check anything because I feel like I'm already scrolling every day on Instagram. I'm scrolling on Facebook. So if the scrolling is too much, I'm going to lose myself. I know that. I feel like, oh, it's just social media platforms. We're just having fun. But then we're actually putting ourselves in positions that we may not be able to fix the problems that would be caused at the end of the day. So in this month of Ramadan, when you check, just go to your Play Store or your Google Store or whatever, just type Ramadan and you would see a lot of applications that are actually trying to help people to focus, to filter, to control a lot of things, just so that you can have that sense of belonging at this period. So there are many apps out there. There is one that I know can actually even lock your phone when it's close to Fajr, and it will unlock it after you finish praying and recite the Quran and everything before it unlocks your phone. It does that. There's a solution like that. There's the one that would keep reminding you to pray from the beginning of the day to when you break your fast. There is the one that would ease the reading of the Holy Quran for you. There's so many of them. You just go to Google or go to your Play Store or whatever store you download things, and you just search for them and you will see them. There are a lot of things. And I feel since we cannot keep our phones, we can't say we're going to keep our phones till the end of Ramadan, right? So we utilize them for the good. We explore these solutions so that we can be close to Allah, pray, and do the right thing. But this is the best time for us to explore these solutions because they're out there. They're out there and most of them are free. Most of them are free. So this is the best time for us to actually explore them, even if we're going to keep them after Ramadan. But because this is a period of mercy. Allah has opened all the doors for mercy, for forgiveness. Like this is the time once in a year where everything is at its peaks from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to us in abundance. If we start talking about the importance and the benefits and the things that we would get from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this month, we would spend the whole day talking about it. So I strongly suggest, we take advantage of this, use the technology, utilize it for the good. So on this, I would even give myself as an example because, I told you when I started, I was frustrated. I graduated with a third class. There was no job for me, for a lot of young people. And then, you know how it is, like if you have a third class, you don't even have a chance. If you even have a first class, you need to have some kind of connections and stuff like that. So at that moment, it was like end of the road, you know. But then, so I was frustrated. I was lost. I didn't know what to do. And then that was when I thought about, starting the hub, Startup Kano, and or rather, venturing into the tech industry. So I think at the end of the day, we'll always feel frustrated with life because things happen every day. We'll always feel sometimes, depressed and stuff like that. And when starting things, we might always feel lost. But the good thing is, today is not the same as that 15 years or 13 years ago that we started. Now we have a lot of things to our advantage. Young people have a lot to their advantage. If you want to start building a website, there's how you can just start doing that in like a day or two. If you want to venture into something, like everything, a lot of people are willing to mentor young people. You know, a lot of people are out there to teach the things that they know, share knowledge. There's so many opportunities that when you search for them online, you see them, grants, scholarships, incubation programs, accelerators, like they're all there. So young people can actually take advantage of that. I feel like today we're in a world where you only hold yourself back. But if you want to grow, there are so many ways that you can grow. You just have to have it here, have the mindset that I want to grow, I want to achieve this. Once you set your mind to that thing, you will know what to do. You go online, you look for the people that are doing that thing, you look for programs, you look for, we have the Coursera, the Udemy, like all these platforms that give free courses on how to do these things. It's all out there. So, like I said, if a young person doesn't want to grow, he will not grow. But if a young person wants to grow, they will definitely grow. And it's the same thing with the women. Like, it's the same. Like today, there are programs that they actually even firstly accept women application. They consider women before even, the men. There are more programs inclined towards women than men. You get? So I think the world is full of so many opportunities. We just have to be willing to explore, have the mindset and the zeal and the determination. Because nothing good comes easy. You have to work for it. There's no shortcut or anything. But if you come across the shortcut, alhamdulillah, right? It happens. But then you just have to put in the work.